Hello, everyone. My name is Roderick D. Talley, and I'd like to welcome you to our book review number 4. Now, before we get into this review, I'd like to remind everyone of how I actually do reviews. First of all, I only give positive feedback on these reviews because there's really no wrong way to write. And on top of that, there's already enough critics in this world. And I want to try to encourage writers to continue writing and continue sharing their story. So I'm going to just do the opposite of what the critics do and speak on the positive. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the next book that we'll be reviewing today, and it is The Gift of Victory by Miss Nieema Peyrefitte. Now, my wife and I actually met Nieema at a gospel event that's held in California every year called The Rhetoric. And I believe we met her in 2018, and she was a vendor there. And the first thing I noticed about her merchandise in her booth was that she had these t-shirts that said Victorious. And that spoke to not only me, but I knew that it spoke to my wife as well. And so my first question when I got to her booth was like, hey, please tell me you have some men's sizes in extra large, you know? And she said, yeah, I do. And we got to talk to her and got to know her a little bit. And ended up buying her books at another date. But her personality, when we got to know her personality and her, her genuine caring mentality really kind of lingered on to us. And so that ended up leading us to keeping in touch with her and really following up on her and really supporting the work that she was doing. Now, one of the reasons why I'm excited about reviewing this book is not only is it written by a woman of God, but it is a poetry book, and poetry is my favorite form of writing. And this collection of poetry is geared towards encouraging us to utilize our gifts and utilize our voices in expressing ourselves. Now, with poetry books, I'm going to do them a little differently. Instead of pointing at specific things that I liked about the book, I'm going to point out a few of the poems that I really enjoyed and speak on each of them briefly. With this book, we're going to go over 3 poems that I really liked. And the first poem is called Game Changer. This really hit me in the heart because this is geared towards people that have beat the odds and have actually refused to become products of their environment. You know, they refuse to be hindered by the status quo. Instead, they wanted to make sure they exceeded expectations. And so this is a very good poem for those of you who are trying to rise above and be better than people who already judged you and prejudged you and predetermined that you weren't going to be much in life. The next poem I'm going to go over is called Against All Odds. Now, the title itself kind of explains what the poem is about, but it's a very encouraging poem, especially as we're facing our trials and our tribulations and some tough barriers and tough situations in life. Now, the third poem that I'm going to address is called The Gift of Victory. And this poem is beautiful in itself because she reiterates the simple fact that through Calvary, through Jesus dying on that cross, we already have the victory. No matter what people might have told us, no matter how many people might have talked down on us or discredited us, or how many mistakes we've made, through Christ, we have the victory. The battle is already won. Now, where you can find her book is either through her website at www.versedinvictory.com or hit her up directly on Instagram at versedinvictory. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, God bless you all. I would like to thank the wonderful Miss Shalonda McFarlane for allowing me to use her music. Make sure y'all check out her album, available now on Amazon. Here at RD Talley Books Publishing, we are doing several things to help other writers and artists achieve the goals that they have set forth for themselves. If you'd like to view any more information, or if you have any specific question as to how we could be of assistance to you, feel free to visit our website at www.rdtalleybooks.com or you can email me directly at roderickTally@gmail.com.